Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So it's finally time for the 2017 NBA playoffs. All the teams are aligned, man. Playoffs are about to get started. So I thought for this video, I would do a playoff series simulator and kind of go over what my predictions are. I want to hear your guys' predictions in the comment section below. Anything you think is going to go on with any of these series, let me know in the comment section. We're pretty much going to see, what 2K has to say about it, who they think is going to move on to the next round. So let's get right to it, my friends. We're going to do a little bit of analysis over here, go over the rosters, go over the teams and all that stuff. And the first one, of course, we have the Golden State Warriors and the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, you look at the Golden State Warriors, and that's pretty much already a stacked-ass team. I mean, Kevin Durant's back. I think in the last game of the season, he dropped 29 points. So, they're good to go with him chemistry-wise. Of course, it always comes down to how the bench is going to perform also. And, Andre Iguodala, he was a Finals MVP a few years ago, so they still got him going for him. David West is a good veteran player. So, their bench is not as strong as years past, but still pretty damn good. And let's be honest, guys, the starters are going to play the most minutes anyway. You look at the Portland Trail Blazers, wherever they're at here. And, oh my god, where are they at? Where are the Blazers? I feel like I passed them 20 times. There they are, guys. Okay, the Portland Trail Blazers. You got, you got an all-star backcourt, at least in my opinion, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Nurkic has been, he been balling, guys, since that Denver Nuggets trade. But for the most part, this team maybe potentially could go for one win, but honestly, guys, I think I'm going to give this my first sweep of the season, and I do think that the Golden State Warriors are going to sweep Portland 4-0. Next matchup right here, we got the LA Clippers and the Utah Jazz. Now, for the LA Clippers, man, this team got a lot riding on this series. Really, just the playoffs in general, man. This team got a lot riding on it because I believe Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, maybe even, I don't know, DeAndre's not, but no, JJ Redick is. JJ Redick, Blake Griffin, and Chris Paul are all free agents this upcoming summer. So, if they have no second round exit, this team is probably gonna get broken apart, and they're probably gonna start rebuild mode. And Utah Jazz, you got Gordon Hayward, who was an all-star this season. Rudy Gobert, who's, in my opinion, one of the most improved players in the NBA. He's just absolutely been killing it. He's a four-year pro. Okay, George Hill, good veteran point guard. He's gonna get the job done. And honestly, I think it's gonna be a good series. I don't see it going 7 games. I do see the Clippers moving on. I'm probably going to say 4-2, but also at the same time, I guess I wouldn't surprise if it went to a Game 7. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Utah Jazz upset and beat the Clippers either way, if you wouldn't want to call it upset with the 4 and a 5. Next, we got the Houston Rockets and OKC Thunder. I don't even need to show these teams, guys, because we all know Houston Rockets, James Harden, OKC Thunder, Russell Westbrook. I am absolutely looking so damn forward to this series. I'm actually going to show the roster real quick here, I suppose. Let's look at the where one shows up first, I guess. Okay, so Thunder got Russell Westbrook, of course. What I think the series is going to come down to is everybody else, because Russell and James Harden, believe it or not, man, their stats are pretty damn similar. And I think that their style of play and just how they play in general is going to kind of negate the other one. So it's going to come down to the rest of the team. And honestly, the Houston Rockets, they have the better team. Besides James Harden, they have the better overall team, I'd say. So I think I'm going to give this series all. I think it's still going to be a close one. I think Russell Westbrook's going to win them a few games, but I got the Houston Rockets moving on 4-2. Next, we got the San Antonio Spurs and Memphis Grizzlies. Man, I swear to God, guys. Okay, so for one, the San Antonio Spurs, they got another potential MVP candidate in Kawhi Leonard. They got LaMarcus Aldridge, who is a good power forward out there. Pau Gasol, who's got championship team experience. We all know so is Tony Parker, who's not really as good as he once was, but still. He's still a veteran point guard, and veteran players make veteran type plays in the playoffs. Same with Miles Ginobili, he can still hit big shots. Patty Mills, Danny Green, they all got experience. Who are they going against again? My bad. Okay, Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah, see, exactly. I forgot the Memphis Grizzlies, because when I think this Grizzlies team, Mike Conley and Marcus Gasol, they're good players, but I don't know, man. It seems like this team has been the same for the past 20 billion years, and they just never really seem to do anything. And honestly, I don't see really anybody on this team that has an answer for Kawhi Leonard. I think LaMarcus Aldridge is going to hold his own. And it's like Pau Gasol against Marcus Gasol's brother against brother right there. So, honestly, I have this being a sweep. I have Memphis Grizzlies getting swept by the San Antonio Spurs 4-0. All right, now we got the Eastern Conference, man. And by the way, I'll probably say my most anticipated series, the one I'm looking forward to the most, is probably this Houston Rockets and OKC Thunder, man. I'm really looking forward to that. I hope to catch every single game for that. Eastern Conference, we have Boston Celtics and Chicago Bulls, who snuck in at the last second there. Looking at both these rosters, and by the way, congratulations to the Boston Celtics for locking up that #1 seed. That's been Cleveland's for since LeBron was on the Miami Heat. But Isaiah Thomas, Avery Bradley, Al Horford, Jay Crowder, I'm really curious how Isaiah Thomas is going to perform in the playoffs because, you know, the regular season, of course, is different. So I do think he's going to make some big-time plays out there. He's definitely got the supporting cast that really will solidify themselves as the #1 seed. So, with that being said, though, yeah, they're #1, but Cleveland is still Cleveland Cavaliers. It's still LeBron James, right? And then also for the Chicago Bulls, wherever they're at, Chicago Bulls they got Jimmy Buckets and D. Wade. Now, Jimmy Buckets is a superstar caliber player. Dwayne Wade's got playoff experience, championship experience. You know, I know they just, like, snuck in at the last second, but this team, I think, is going to be going hard, guys. I think this team is going to be going absolutely hard, and I don't think it's going to be an easy out for the Celtics. I mean, could it go Game 7? I don't know, man, because I look beyond Jimmy Buckets and Dwayne Wade. I don't really see much, but also the Bulls have kind of lacked consistency this season. I could see it potentially going Game 6, maybe a Game 5, but I do have the Boston Celtics winning in the end, which makes sense because I think, you know, I think they're a really good team. I think they're going to go Eastern Conference Finals. Next, we have the Toronto Raptors and Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. Toronto Raptors, DeMar DeRozan playing like a damn MVP. Like, he's definitely getting overlooked, but what he's been doing for this Raptors team this season has been absolutely crazy. Kyle Lowry, another veteran point guard with playoff experience. I know we didn't have the greatest postseason last year, but hey, man, I don't expect that 2 seasons in a row. They got Serge Ibaka now, who, you know, can stretch the floor a little bit, also hit, you know, play some really good defense. And Valanciunas, guys, in the last game of the season, he actually freaking knocked down a 3-pointer, guys. So if he starts shooting threes, this player's going to be very dangerous. But, you know, DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, that right there, that's definitely the bulk of their team and a big part of it. And for the Milwaukee Bucks here, see, okay, Jabari Parker, he's actually not playing because I believe he's got torn ACL, so he's not going to be in it. So, you know, you look to the Greek Freak to really take over. You got Chris Middleton, Greg Monroe. I don't know if Michael Beasley's playing either. Malcolm Brogdon, who in my opinion is Rookie of the Year. So we'll see what kind of player he becomes in the playoffs because while he is a rookie, hopefully he can step up and give them some leadership, you know, out there on the court. But I don't know, man, like, it's not going to be an easy outing for the Toronto Raptors because Giannis is just absolutely going to be a beast. But at the same time, I think DeMar Carroll could really lock him up pretty good. Like, not the greatest, but DeMar Carroll is known as, like, a hustle player. And I'm going to say, dude, because I'm going to say potentially this goes 7 games. It's either going to go really good or really bad. Like, the Bucks are either going to match up really well with the Raptors, go 7 games, or it's just not going to work, and they just are not going to have any answer for them, and they're going to get swept by the Toronto Raptors. I think that's how it's going to go. Next, we have the Washington Wizards and the Atlanta Hawks right here. So, Washington Wizards, let's find them real quick. All right, Wizards got John Wall, Bradley Beal, that all-star backcourt. Bradley Beal's really been becoming a dominant player this year. I think he had his best season ever by a long stretch, but, you know, by a long stretch. John Wall, one of the best point guards in the league, one of the best playmakers. Otto Porter's been doing good shooter. Bogdanovich, they brought him out for some scoring. I think he's going to score come postseason. Marcin Gortat, serviceable big man. Same with Markieff Morris. And then you look at the Atlanta Hawks here, who do have, where's he at? Where are the Hawks? All right, they got Paul Millsap, who, you know, was on that team a few seasons ago. They had like 5 All-Stars on the team. You got Dwight Howard, who, I don't know, man, you gotta think Dwight Howard's gotta be like, hey, I gotta, like, do something here, because I'm getting older, my athleticism is gonna start going pretty soon, and he's gotta really start doing something. Dennis Schroeder, young point guard, but still a good leader. Tim Hardaway, you know, he's a very inconsistent player, but when he gets hit in, man, he hits it real good. Ilya Sova, another stretch 4 out there that can do some things. And, honestly, though, see, the reason I can see this series going, you know, because the Washington Wizards, I think, have the better team, but I think that the Atlanta Hawks have the better experience. And I think there's a lot to be said about that. So I'm going to go Washington Wizards in Game 7. I think the Hawks take the Wizards to a 7-game series just because I think Dwight Howard's going to really do good against Marcin Gortat. And Paul Millsap, I mean, they don't really have an answer for him either. Like Markieff Morris, he's all right. In the final series we're going over, guys, Cleveland Cavaliers and Indiana Pacers. Besides for that OKC Rocket series, I am super looking forward to the series, guys, because of Paul George and LeBron James. Now let's look at these teams here real quick. We'll look at the Cavaliers. First, they got LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. We all know this team out there. And I think Kevin Love is going to have his best postseason yet. He was pretty damn solid last season, if I remember correctly. But I think he's going to have his best postseason yet. I really think that he's starting to feel comfortable on this team. Is this like his 3rd or 4th year at the Cavaliers? Then you got the Pacers over here who have Paul George. And Paul George is feeling good. He's been playing good lately, I believe. And him against LeBron James, like in 2013 or 2014, whatever it was. I know the Pacers was like a big rival to take out the Cavaliers, but of course it didn't happen. Especially if Lance Stevenson can start balling out again, like when he used to be on the Pacers. But ultimately, though, besides for Paul George and maybe a rejuvenated Lance Stevenson, Yeah, Miles Turner's pretty good. Al Jefferson doesn't really have much playoff experience, so I don't know, man. I don't see this game going beyond. I don't see this series going beyond 5. I think LeBron James is really going into lockdown mode and really going to take this series by storm and really the whole entire playoffs. And I have the Cavaliers winning this 4-1 in a 5-game series. So that being said, let me know in the comment section below what you guys all think. Let me know your guys' predictions of all these series. I'm curious what you guys got to say. What do you feel about my analysis? But let's go ahead, simulate this first round, and we're going to see, well, what 2K has to say. So, here we go, man. Simulate. Current round. Who's moving on? And, okay, it looks like the Pacers got eliminated first. Holy, oh my god, dude. That fucking 2K got no, oh my god. 2K got no goddamn respect. Alright, let's go over this real quick. Alright, so we have the Golden State Warriors winning 4-2. Okay, that's fine. And we got the Clippers in the Game 7. That's fine. We got the Houston Rockets in Game 7. I think that could potentially happen. We got the bitch-ass Memphis Grizzlies, man, beating the San Antonio Spurs with Kawhi Leonard. Hell no, dude. 2K, you just took a freaking L right there, dude. That's the most bitch-ass prediction I've ever seen. Well, not as much as freaking the Chicago Bulls, who've been struggling this season, beating the Boston Celtics 4-2. I swear to God, guys, Celtics get no damn respect on this game. If you just do a regular simulation, sometimes, like most of the time, they don't make the playoffs. That's the #1 seed round, 2K. You just gotta listen up real quick, my man. You ain't my man. You just a man. Your boy, your child. And we got the Toronto Raptors beating the Milwaukee Bucks 4-3. All right, that's fine. I can see that potentially happening. We got the Wizards beating the Hawks in a 7-game series. I think I predicted that. And we got the Cleveland Cavaliers winning 4-2. Yeah, I can see Paul George maybe taking 2 games. With that being said, though, I don't agree with all these here. I'm mainly doing this video so you guys can have my predictions and my analysis. Curious what you guys have to say. If you could do me a quick favor, drop a like on this video. And I'm really looking forward to some NBA playoffs.